The best kept secret in the side hustle world is that the most sustainable income often comes from the things that bring your heart rate down, not up. So today we're talking about 45 hobbies that are genuinely relaxing and genuinely profitable, not hustle culture dressed up in a different outfit. Actual calm, slow, enjoyable activities that also happen to pay. Number one, knitting. There is something almost meditative about knitting. The rhythm of the needles, the warmth of the yarn, the quiet focus. People describe it as one of the most effective stress relief activities they've found, and it makes money in several ways. You can sell finished items, hand-knitted scarves, beanies, baby blankets, socks on Etsy, at craft fairs, and through Instagram. You can sell original knitting patterns as digital downloads on Ravelry or Etsy, which is a genuine passive income stream once the pattern is written. Or you can teach in-person workshops or online video courses for beginners. The pattern selling angle deserves extra attention. A single, well-written pattern on Ravelry can sell hundreds or thousands of times over the years. Number two, crochet. Everything I just said about knitting applies to crochet, with its own passionate, distinct community. Crochet has had a particular explosion of interest on TikTok and YouTube over the past few years, driven partly by the cottage core and slow living aesthetics that resonate with people exhausted by digital overload. Crocheted plushies called amigurumi are one of the most consistently searched handmade items on Etsy. Crocheted market bags, baby sets, wearable pieces, and home decor all have active buyer bases. And like knitting, pattern selling is a strong passive income path. Many crochet pattern designers on Etsy earn their full-time income entirely from digital downloads of patterns they created once. Number three, embroidery. Embroidery is having a genuine cultural moment right now, and it's one of the most beginner-friendly fiber arts. You're literally sitting with a hoop in your lap, pushing a needle through fabric in quiet, rhythmic repetition. It's categorically calming. The income paths are selling finished embroidered pieces as framed wall art or embellished garments, selling digital embroidery patterns, selling physical embroidery kits, materials plus pattern packaged together, and teaching workshops. Embroidery kits, in particular, sell very well as gifts because they give the recipient both a beautiful result and an enjoyable activity. A well-packaged embroidery kit can sell for $20 to $45 on Etsy. Number four, watercolor painting. Watercolor is famously forgiving medium. The way pigment blooms and bleeds on wet paper creates results that surprise even the person holding the brush, and there's a looseness to it that oils and acrylics don't have. You can sell original watercolor paintings through Etsy, your own website, at art fairs, and through local galleries. You can photograph your paintings and sell them as prints through print-on-demand services like Society6 or Redbubble, which means a single painting generates ongoing income. You can license your watercolor designs to surface pattern manufacturers for use on fabric, stationery, and home goods. And you can teach watercolor workshops, which are perennially popular because the results are so immediately beautiful that students leave feeling genuinely accomplished. Number five, candle making. Pouring candles is one of the most genuinely meditative crafts out there. The process, melting wax, measuring fragrance oils, pouring slowly into vessels, watching the surface set, rewards patience and rewards it beautifully. Candles sell on Etsy, at craft markets, and local boutiques, and through subscription boxes. Candle making is also one of the more scalable handmade products because you can produce in batches. The profit margin when you source your wax, fragrance, and vessels at wholesale pricing is meaningful. Seasonal scent collections, a fall harvest line, a winter woods line, a summer coastal line, keep your product range fresh without requiring new equipment or skills, just new fragrance blends. Number six, watercolor journaling and illustrated journals. This one sits specifically at the intersection of journaling and painting, keeping a visual journal where every page combines handwritten text with loose watercolor illustrations, maps, botanical sketches, or travel scenes. The finished journals themselves sell, particularly to people who appreciate the aesthetic but feel they can't do it themselves. You can also sell blank art journals you've assembled and hand-bound, and the bigger income opportunity is teaching watercolor journaling workshops, which are extremely popular because the process looks elegant and feels accessible, and the result, a page that looks like an illustrated book, is deeply satisfying. Number 7, gardening and selling plants. Gardening is one of the most universally recognized relaxing activities. The combination of physical rhythm, connection to living things, and outdoor air is genuinely therapeutic. Turning it into income doesn't mean you have to become a landscaper. Propagating plants from cuttings and selling the offspring on Facebook Marketplace, at plant fairs, and through a local plant swap is how hundreds of small plant sellers have built consistent income. Specializing pays. A seller who grows and sells rare houseplants, heirloom vegetable seedlings, native plants for pollinators, or unusual herbs commands far better prices than someone selling generic petunias. Herb bundles, dried flower arrangements, and herbal sachets also allow you to value add beyond the plant itself. Number 8, foraging and wild food. Foraging, walking through woods and fields, identifying and harvesting wild edibles, is one of the most profoundly peaceful outdoor activities, and it's also commercially viable. Wild mushrooms sell to restaurants for $12 to $25 per pound. A single large chicken of the woods mushroom can earn $100. Wild garlic, elderflower, nettles, berries, and herbs are all in active demand from farm-to-table restaurants and food artisans. You absolutely must know local laws and regulations around foraging before selling anything. Rules vary significantly by region, and harvesting on certain land requires permits. But for people who learn to do it properly, foraging can supplement income significantly through farmers market sales, restaurant relationships, and selling foraged ingredient products like elderflower cordial, wild garlic pesto, or dried herb blends. Number 9, pottery and ceramics. Working with clay is deeply relaxing for most people who try it. The tactile, grounding quality of shaping clay on a wheel or building with your hands produces a kind of focus that quiets almost everything else. Handmade pottery, mugs, bowls, vases, planters sell strongly at craft fairs and on Etsy, where buyers specifically seek out the irregularity and warmth that machine-made ceramics can't replicate. The global pottery and ceramics market was estimated at more than $11 billion in 2024 and is forecast to grow to over $17 billion by 2033. High-end handmade mugs by skilled potters regularly sell for $40 to $80 each. Teaching wheel-throwing classes is a strong income stream. Pottery classes fill up quickly in most cities because the experience itself is so enjoyable that people pay for the process, not just the output. Number 10, soap making. Like candle making, soap making is a measured, patient craft, weighing ingredients, monitoring temperatures, watching the chemical process of saponification turn oils and lye into a bar that will cleanse and nourish skin. Cold processed soap, in particular, requires a 4 to 6 week cure time after pouring, which builds in a lovely slow rhythm to the whole practice. Handmade soaps sell $8 to $14 per bar at craft fairs and on Etsy. Their strong gift items, strong repeat purchases, and their visual presentation, the swirls, the layers, the embedded botanicals, make them compelling at a market booth. Local boutiques, gift shops, and hotel amenity buyers are additional distribution channels beyond direct-to-consumer sales. Number 11, reading and book reviewing. Reading for its own sake is one of the ultimate slow restorative hobbies. The income angle here is real, but requires some nuance. Sites like Readsy Discovery pay readers to review advanced copies of books. NetGallery connects readers with publishers offering advanced review copies in exchange for honest reviews. If you read within a specific niche, romance, fantasy, historical fiction, nonfiction in a particular field, a book review blog or book Instagram or book talk presence builds an audience that converts to affiliate income through Amazon Associates when followers purchase books you recommend. Some established book bloggers and book talk creators earn meaningful income through affiliate links and publisher partnerships. Number 12, journaling and selling journals and planners. Journaling itself is a practice many people maintain for their mental health, a daily ritual of writing that processes emotions, captures ideas, and creates order from internal noise. The income comes from selling the journals, hand-bound blank journals, dot grid notebooks, decorated diary covers, or themed guided journals with prompts you've written. On Etsy, handmade journals sell for $18 to $55 depending on size, binding style, and materials. Digital planners and journal templates sold as downloadable PDFs compatible with apps like GoodNotes are a different model entirely. Make once, sell infinitely. Zero shipping. Digital journal and planner products are among Etsy's highest volume digital download categories. Number 13, bird watching and nature photography. Bird watching is one of the most quietly addictive hobbies in the world. The patience, the stillness, the sudden reward of spotting something rare. The income path is through the photography it naturally generates. A birder with a good telephoto lens is already positioned to capture images that stock photography platforms actively want. Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Getty Images, and Alamy all license nature and wildlife photography from independent contributors. A strong image of a rare bird or a dramatic wildlife moment can license repeatedly over years. You can also sell fine art prints of your bird photography through Etsy, your own website, or local galleries, particularly in communities near birding hotspots, where local bird photography resonates with a ready audience. Separate from foraging wild mushrooms, cultivating gourmet mushrooms at home, oyster mushrooms, shiitake, lion's mane, maitake, is a quiet, contained hobby that produces a product in strong and growing demand. High-end grocery stores, restaurants, and farmers markets all pay premium prices for gourmet mushrooms that aren't available through standard distributors. Oyster mushrooms are particularly beginner-friendly. They grow on straw or coffee grounds, produce within 2 weeks of inoculation, and fruit in multiple fleshes. Selling directly to restaurants by developing a relationship with local chefs is the highest margin path. Selling mushroom growing kits, a colonized substrate block packaged for a customer to fruit at home, is a creative product line that allows you to monetize the cultivation process itself. Drawing, whether with pencil, ink, colored pencils, or markers, is a slow, absorbing practice that produces a complete quiet focus. The income from drawing scales with how you package the output. Original drawings sell as art, drawings digitized and uploaded to print-on-demand platforms sell as prints, cards, tote bags, and phone cases indefinitely after the initial drawing is done. Custom pet portraits, drawings of someone's dog or cat made to order, are one of the most consistently popular commission categories on Etsy and Instagram. People pay $40 to $150 for a hand-drawn portrait of a beloved pet. Illustrating a children's book or creating illustrated patterns for licensing are higher-level paths for those who build their skills further. Calligraphy is the deliberate, slow shaping of letter forms, the kind of focused, repetitive practice that people who do it describe as almost meditative. The income is reliable and varied: custom wedding invitations and envelopes, hand-lettered signage for events, addressing wedding invitation envelopes. A single wedding can earn $150 to $400 just for envelope addressing, selling prints of calligraphy quotes, and teaching beginner calligraphy workshops. Shopify notes calligraphy wedding signage can earn up to $800 per piece. The market for hand-lettered custom items is active and emotionally driven. People pay premium prices for something that feels personal and irreplaceable. Zentangle and meditative drawing is a structured method of creating art through repetitive, deliberate patterns, filling a small tile or page with intricate, non-representational designs using a fine-tip pen. It was explicitly developed as a meditative practice, and people who practice it describe a calm, focused mental state while doing it. You can sell finished Zentangle art as original pieces or prints, teach Zentangle workshops, certified Zentangle teachers are a real designation, or create and sell instructional workbooks and pattern guides. The market for adult mindfulness and art practices is growing, and Zentangle sits exactly at that intersection. Pressed flower art. Pressing flowers and botanical specimens and arranging them into framed compositions is a hobby that moves at the pace of nature itself, slow, seasonal, patient. The results are genuinely beautiful. Pressed flower frames sell for $30 to $150 on Etsy and at craft fairs. Custom commissions, pressing flowers from a customer's wedding bouquet or garden and creating a framed piece, command $80 to $250 and are deeply emotional purchases. Selling dried and pressed specimens themselves, individual botanicals mounted on archival card, is an additional income stream with a collector and naturalist audience. The hobby rewards people who notice what's blooming in their neighborhood, which is itself a mindfulness practice. Audio reading and narration, audiobook narration. If you have a calm, clear, expressive voice and enjoy reading, and for many people, reading aloud is a deeply enjoyable activity, audiobook narration is a legitimate income path. The platform ACX, Amazon's audiobook creation exchange, connects narrators with authors who need their books recorded. Narrators earn either a per finished hour rate, which ranges from $150 to $400 per finished hour of audio, or royalty share arrangements. Recording an audiobook is a quiet, solitary activity done from home. The work itself, sitting with a book, reading carefully, interpreting tone, is genuinely enjoyable for people who love language and the intimacy of storytelling. Cooking, cottage food, and specialty food products. Cooking at home is one of the most universally relaxing hobbies. The smell, the process, the act of feeding people. Turning it into income depends heavily on your local cottage food laws, which vary significantly by state and country, and dictate what kinds of food products you can make at home and sell without a commercial kitchen license. Many jurisdictions allow the sale of baked goods, jams, preserves, pickles, and dried spice blends. A home baker who makes a perfect banana bread or a signature hot sauce builds a customer base through farmers markets, pop-ups, and local delivery. Artisan hot sauces, specialty jams, and spice blends with distinctive character sell for premium prices and ship easily. Herbal tea blending. Blending dried herbs and botanicals into custom herbal teas is a quiet, sensory, deeply pleasurable hobby. You're working with fragrant dried plants, chamomile, lemon balm, lavender, peppermint, rose petals, hibiscus, measuring, combining, tasting, and refining. The result is a product that sells strongly at craft fairs, farmers markets, and on Etsy in beautiful craft paper sachets or glass jars. Custom blends with specific intent, a sleep blend, a stress relief blend, a focus blend, have strong appeal. Always ensure your product labeling complies with your regional food labeling rules and avoid making any health claims that we classify your product as a drug. Folding paper into intricate three-dimensional forms is one of the most portable and inexpensive meditative hobbies in existence. All you need is paper and your hands. Origami art, particularly large-scale, complex pieces or mobiles made from dozens of folded units, sells as home decor and wedding decor. Origami paper cranes, lotus flowers, and modular geometric sculptures are consistent Etsy sellers. Teaching origami, especially to children or in corporate wellness workshops, is another income path. The Japanese practice of making 1,000 paper cranes has cultural significance that drives ongoing demand for handmade crane mobiles and garlands as wedding and event decor. Dyeing yarn and fiber by hand using either plant-based natural dyes or synthetic fiber reactive dyes is a slow, sensory, colorful process that produces something genuinely unique every single time. No two skeins dye exactly identically, which is the point. Hand-dyed yarn sells to the knitting and weaving community for $25 to $60 for every 100-gram skein, significantly more than commercial yarn. Independent yarn dyers develop distinctive colorway aesthetics and loyal customer bases who buy every new release. Selling through an Etsy shop, at fiber festivals, and through seasonal Yarn Club subscription programs where subscribers receive exclusive colorways are all established models in this community. Cross-stitch is one of the most rhythmic, repetitive, brain-quieting needle arts available. You're counting squares and placing X-shaped stitches in a pattern, one stitch at a time, while a design gradually emerges. It's the needle art's equivalent of a meditation mantra. The repetition is the point. Income comes from selling finished cross-stitch pieces as framed art, selling original cross-stitch patterns as digital downloads on Etsy, where there is an enormous active cross-stitch buyer community, and teaching beginners. The pattern selling route is particularly well suited for cross-stitch because the patterns, grid-based, precise, visually striking, translate naturally to digital format and sell repeatedly without additional work. Macrame is knotting cord into decorative wall hangings, plant hangers, table runners, and jewelry is a deeply rhythmic, meditative process. Your hands move through the same sequence of knots repeatedly while a piece grows. Macrame has been consistently popular since its last major revival in the 2010s and shows no sign of fading. Large macrame wall hangings sell for $80 to $300 at craft fairs and on Etsy. Plant hangers are strong sellers for $20 to $45 each. Macrame workshops are one of the most reliably booked craft workshop formats in many cities, often filling within days of being posted. The materials, natural cotton rope, are inexpensive and widely available, giving strong profit margins. Spending hours outdoors in beautiful places taking photographs of landscapes, forests, coastlines, and the natural world is one of the most restorative things a person can do. Nature and landscape photography generates income through stock photography platforms. Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Getty, and Alamy all license images from independent contributors on a royalty basis. A strong landscape image can license dozens or hundreds of times over years. You can also sell fine art prints on Etsy through your own website or at local galleries. Travel photographers who develop a distinctive style and geographic focus build audiences on Instagram that convert to print sales and licensing inquiries. Sitting at a loom, passing a shuttle back and forth through warp threads in a slow, rhythmic motion is one of the most hypnotic crafts available. The output, woven scarves, table runners, wall hangings, and fabric, has a warmth and texture that nothing else replicates. Hand-woven scarves sell for $40 to $120 each. Woven wall hangings sell for $30 to $100. The rigid heddle loom, which is more accessible than a full floor loom, opens up the same income paths at a lower equipment cost. The fiber arts community actively seeks hand-woven pieces and is willing to pay prices that reflect the time and skill involved. Teaching beginner weaving workshops is a natural extension once your own skills are established. Few things in the world are as quietly fascinating as spending time with bees. The hum, the movement, the extraordinary complexity of colony life. Beekeeping produces multiple saleable products: raw honey, beeswax, propolis, and pollen. Raw, locally sourced honey sells for $10 to $20 per jar at farmers markets, significantly above commercial honey prices because local buyers value both the taste and the proximity of its origin. Beeswax becomes lip balm, furniture polish, and candle ingredients. The storytelling around local honey, what flowers the bees are working, what gives the honey its specific flavor, is compelling content for social media and powerful marketing at a market stall. The slow, patient rhythm of sourdough baking, feeding your starter, watching the levain develop, waiting for the bulk fermentation, the careful shaping, the overnight cold proof is a genuinely meditative process that rewards patience in the most delicious way possible. Income paths depend on your local cottage food laws. Farmers market sales of handmade sourdough and artisan breads are viable where permitted. Selling established sourdough starters on Etsy with a documented origin story and flavor profile is a strong digital adjacent income stream. Teaching sourdough workshops, small groups of 6 to 10 people learning to mix, shape, and score at $40 to $80 per seat are perennially oversubscribed in food-conscious communities. Arranging flowers is a sensory, slow, beautiful practice. Choosing blooms, conditioning stems, building compositions. You can build a small floristry business around weddings and events where the emotional stakes are high enough that clients pay premium prices for a skilled arranger. Seasonal subscription flower arrangements, a weekly or bi-weekly delivery of fresh flower arrangements to local customers, are a model that builds recurring income. Dried flower arrangements and wreaths have a longer shelf life than fresh, ship easily, and have strong Etsy demand. Sourcing from local flower growers or growing cutting flowers yourself adds provenance to your work. Spending nights outdoors watching the sky is one of the oldest and most peaceful human activities. For those who combine it with photography, astrophotography, capturing the Milky Way, nebula, star trails, planetary details, produces images that are genuinely in demand. Stock photography platforms and fine art print buyers actively purchase high-quality astrophotography. There's also a strong content creation dimension. YouTube channels dedicated to astrophotography tutorials, and gear reviews build audiences that monetize through affiliate links, telescope equipment, camera gear, tracking mounts, and course sales. A well-produced video on capturing the Milky Way on a consumer camera can generate affiliate income for years. Tracing family history through records, census data, birth and death certificates, immigration manifests, church records is a quiet, absorbing, deeply satisfying puzzle. Professional genealogists charge $50 to $150 per hour for research services, and the demand is significant. Many people want to understand their family history but don't know how to navigate the records. Offering genealogy research services through your own website, through genealogy-focused freelance platforms, or through local historical societies is a real and underserved income path. Creating beautifully designed family history documents, heritage books, illustrated family trees adds a product dimension to the service. Building miniature ecosystems inside glass containers, placing moss, soil, miniature ferns, rocks, and small plants into a closed or open glass vessel and watching a tiny world develop is genuinely absorbing and calming. Terrariums sell for $30 to $150 depending on size and complexity. Teaching terrarium building workshops at plant shops, botanical gardens, and studios is one of the most reliably popular craft workshop formats. Groups of 8 to 12 people, each building their own terrarium at $40 to $80 per seat, earns $480 in an afternoon with minimal material cost per participant. DIY terrarium kits with all materials and instructions are a strong Etsy product that ships well and makes an excellent gift. Jigsaw puzzles experienced a massive, measurable surge in popularity during 2020 that has not fully reversed. The puzzle market remains active. You can turn your own photography or artwork into custom jigsaw puzzles through services like Printify and sell them on Etsy, positioning them as personalized gifts. A puzzle made from a family photo, a wedding portrait, a pet portrait. Custom puzzles sell for $25 to $55 each. If you design original puzzle artwork, intricate illustrations, detailed maps, artistic patterns, you have a product that stands on its own merit beyond personalization. Assembling blank books hand, folding signatures of paper, stitching them together with binding structures like Coptic stitch, long stitch, or French link, and covering them in cloth, leather, or decorative paper is one of the most technical and satisfying craft skills a person can develop. It is also deeply slow and focused in the best possible way. Hand-bound journals sell for $25 to $75 on Etsy and at craft fairs. Bookbinding workshops are a popular and premium event booking at studios and makerspaces. A basic Coptic binding workshop for 8 people at $60 per seat earns $480 in an afternoon with minimal material cost per participant. Bullet journaling, the system of organizing a blank notebook with index pages, collections, and daily logs using your own handwriting and design, has an enormous global community of practitioners. If you enjoy designing your spreads and documenting your system, creating content around it has multiple income paths. You can sell custom-designed digital planners and journal templates as PDF or GoodNotes compatible downloads on Etsy. You can build a YouTube or TikTok channel showing your journaling process and monetize through the YouTube Partner Program once you meet the requirements, through affiliate links to stationery products, and through Patreon subscriptions from your most engaged viewers. Composing music, specifically ambient, lo-fi, or instrumental relaxation music, is a hobby that translates directly into a product the market actively wants. Platforms like MusicBed, Artlist, and Epidemic Sound license music from independent composers for use in YouTube videos, podcasts, films, and commercial content. Uploading calm, original instrumental music to these platforms generates passive licensing income. Releasing lo-fi tracks on Spotify through a distributor like DistroKid or TuneCore earns streaming royalties. The lo-fi hip-hop and ambient music genres specifically, slow, textured, non-intrusive instrumental music, have enormous streaming audiences and strong content creator demand. Assembling photographs, memorabilia, and written notes into beautifully designed scrapbook pages is a hobby built around reflection, nostalgia, and creative arrangement. It's also an income source. Custom scrapbooking services, where you take a client's photos and materials and create a finished album for them, are paid for at $50 to $200 plus per album, depending on complexity. Selling digital scrapbooking kits, coordinated sets of paper designs, stickers, and elements on Etsy and Creative Market is a passive income model that many scrapbookers have built into significant income streams. Teaching scrapbooking through online courses or in-person classes adds a teaching income layer. Maintaining an aquarium is one of the most meditative hobbies available. The movement of fish, the sound of water, the living ecosystem you're managing are genuinely calming. The income comes from breeding fish, guppies, bettas, killifish, and rare cichlid varieties that serious hobbyists seek out sell for significantly more than pet store fish. Local fish clubs hold regular auctions where rare variants can command $20 to $100 per fish. Selling to local fish stores or through aquarium-focused Facebook groups or Discord servers is how most successful small breeders move inventory. Aquatic plants are an additional revenue stream. Rare aquatic plant species like Bucephalandra and specialty Anubias varieties sell to plant hobbyists for prices that will surprise you. Building on the foraging idea from earlier, specifically leading guided mushroom and wild food foraging walks is a service with strong and growing demand. The field-to-table movement has made foraging aspirational for a food-conscious consumer who wants to understand where their food comes from. A guided foraging walk of 2 to 3 hours for a group of 6 to 12 people at $35 to $60 per person earns $210 to $720 for a single morning in the woods doing something you do anyway. This requires genuine expertise. You need to know your species with absolute certainty, understand local regulations, and carry appropriate liability insurance. But for someone who already loves to forage and knows their local landscape, it's one of the most enjoyable ways to earn money available. Painting tiny, detailed miniature figures for tabletop RPGs, war games like Warhammer, or as standalone collectible art is an activity that demands extraordinary patience and focus, and that same demand is what makes it relaxing for the people who love it. Commission miniature painting, where you paint figures on behalf of serious gamers and collectors, pays $10 to $200 per figure, depending on quality level and complexity. A single well-painted character miniature can take 3 to 8 hours, so hourly rates matter and improve with skill. An Instagram or YouTube portfolio documenting your paint process is how most commission painters build their client waiting list. Growing culinary and medicinal herbs on a windowsill or under grow lights, basil, rosemary, thyme, chamomile, lavender, lemon balm is a quiet, sensory-connected hobby. The income comes from the products you make from those herbs: dried herb bundles, herbal-infused oils, herb sachets for drawers and closets, and small batch herbal tinctures for personal or craft use. Dried culinary herb bundles tied with twine and labeled sell beautifully at farmers markets and craft fairs at $6 to $15 per bundle. Herbal sachets and sleep pillows filled with dried lavender and chamomile are strong gift items at $8 to $18 each. The proximity of growing and making in the same space creates a satisfying, self-contained creative loop. Cutting, shaping, and polishing rough gemstones, a practice called lapidary, is one of the more unexpected relaxing hobbies with income potential. You take rough, uncut stones and transform them through a process of grinding and polishing into finished cabochons, faceted gems, or polished specimen pieces. A rough labradorite stone that costs $3 in raw form can sell polished and shaped for $25 to $80. Finished stones sell to jewelry makers, collectors, and mineral enthusiasts on Etsy and at gem shows. The lapidary process itself, the smell of the polishing compounds, the slow reveal of color and pattern inside a stone, is deeply sensory and absorbing. Designing original fonts from your hand lettering is a deeply satisfying, slow creative project that produces a digital product with essentially unlimited passive income potential. You design a typeface in a tool like Glyphs or FontForge, upload it to platforms like Creative Market or MyFonts, and earn royalties on every download. A successful niche font, a particular hand-drawn script, or a distinctive display face can sell for $15 to $45 per license and generate income for years after the design work is complete. The design process itself, drawing letter forms by hand, refining spacing, testing letter combinations, is a meditative practice for people who love calligraphy and letter forms. Walking and travel writing, especially in natural or historic places, is the simplest and most accessible, relaxing hobby there is, and it generates content effortlessly if you're paying attention. Walking travel guides, neighborhood exploration guides, and hiking route descriptions are in strong demand from travel websites, regional publications, and Substack newsletter readers. A paid Substack newsletter about a specific place, its walks, its hidden spots, its seasonal changes, is a genuine income stream once you build an engaged local readership. Stock photography taken on your walks contributes an additional income layer. And if you turn your walks into short-form video content, walking POV videos of beautiful or interesting places, the format is extraordinarily watchable on YouTube and Instagram and builds audiences that monetize through the usual content creator paths.